And there's a news alert coming in right now, viewers. The United States and UK have urged India and Pakistan to maintain the current pause in military hostilities. The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio discussed the situation with British counterpart David Lammy. Both leaders emphasized the need for Indian and Pakistani militaries to maintain the calm and to maintain the halt in hostilities and continue to communicate. This halt is the term, ceasefire of course is the term that US has been using, while India has maintained that it has reached an understanding or at best an agreement with Pakistan to stop military actions against each other for now. As per the US State Department, Rubio also expressed US support for direct dialogue between India and Pakistan and encouraged continued efforts to improve communications. Meanwhile, the government of Brazil has also welcomed the agreement between the two countries, calling it a positive step towards building mutual confidence and reducing tensions in the region. The DGMOs of India and Pakistan are slated to discuss the agreement today at around noon. All right, for more on this, I'm being joined by our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, who's with me over the phone line. Siddhant, United States, UK, now they've urged India and Pakistan to maintain this pause. They keep calling it a ceasefire. India hasn't used that term even once. It's an understanding, at best an agreement. Give me your thoughts.
Well, we have seen since the understanding was achieved, there were comments coming from across the world. And essentially the world basically saying that it's time to hold the understanding that has been achieved. Now, it's significant that both US and UK are discussing this and coming out with a readout and saying that how US supports direct dialogue between India and Pakistan. Both sides should maintain ceasefire, continue to communicate. Basically those set of lines only. But all in all, the focus remains from the Indian side that it is up to Pakistan to make sure that the ceasefire holds, the understanding holds. India hasn't used the word ceasefire, by the way. It is the American usage of the word ceasefire. And obviously, the Americans are trying to show that it is led by them. But India has maintained several times that it is bilaterally led. It was the call of the Pakistani DGMO that led to the conversation. Today is also a significant day because both Indian and Pakistani DGMOs will be holding talks, and hopefully because the understanding is basically holding out so far, I would say, because we saw the ceasefire violation, we saw the drones coming. Now, of course, we are witnessing little incidences like in Barmer yesterday. But let's see how this holds out, because this is, at the end of the day, a fragile peace.
No, that's correctly said, Siddhant. And of course, there were incidents, few of them reported here and there. But as far as these talks at noon today, Indian Standard Time, between the DGMOs, what can one expect from these?
Well, these talks will review basically, I think, what has happened between both sides, India and Pakistan. And focus will be to understand the basic intent of the Pakistani side, that whether they are keen to hold their commitment or whether they could perhaps not follow their commitment. So that is something that will be watched and discussed during this meeting. But all in all, last week has been a very packed week. Focus, of course, has been essentially to send a message that when it comes to terrorism, India will have a zero tolerance policy.
The cost of terror acts has definitely gone up for Pakistan. That was our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, getting us the latest. We will be tracking those developments.